Still Trimboli holding off the big man Canosa. And lost out in the end to Bothwell, and it's a great ball from Bothwell to Armstrong. And Markovski's racing into the centre, but Hasler closed his man down extremely well. And credit there to Gary Hasler, whose job really was to hold his man up till support arrived.
Excellent defending from Hasler, but just to Bothwell, what a good ball from him in midfield. He's having a top game for me, for Morwell out of the middle of the park. Good vision, able to find Armstrong very well.
Now this will be interesting because we've got Parton, Bothwell, Waddell up there, Markovski, and that is a goal to the Morwell Falcons.
Well, it's a weak link for South Melbourne. We were talking earlier how deficient they are in the air. That is the first defending situation that they've had to deal with the aerial strength of Morwell, and have paid the penalty for it.
And Frank Urrock said before the game that he most feared Morwell from set pieces, and it's proved to be their undoing here. Canosa won it, Markovski with the flick on, and Petersen tried to handle the ball behind the goal line, but it was too late. And the Falcons take the lead. Look at the jump from Canosa there, brilliant jump.
And a brilliant flick from Markovski.
Armstrong, free kick. And that was a tackle from behind from Hasler. Perhaps lucky to escape a yellow card there with the new laws. But South Melbourne have got more things to worry about than that, because Markovski will no doubt take this free kick with a strong wind behind him. Steve Mautone will be well aware of everything that John Markovski can do from the set piece. There's no doubt he'll try a shot here, and it's a clever shot too, and terrific effort from the big man. Well, he's got the best left foot in Australia, and we couldn't see from that angle how close it was, but from Mautone's dive you could see that it must have just missed the post. Too slow, losing out. We haven't seen much of him in this first half. Petersen will come forward right into that gap, no doubt. Boutsianis is free on the left. He goes right to Muscat. Short pass, and he's sold his mate short there. Morwell doing a lot of things right at this stage. And that wasn't the ball required, because Sonny Sevin was free and acres of room on the right-hand side. Muscat is really looking short of a yard, certainly not looking confident. And Tapai's in acres of room again, and South Melbourne really aren't picking up players, and that's their major problem. And there was a disappointing cross there from Tapai, because Morwell were in a strong position to perhaps pinch another one before half-time.
Well, they've deserved to, haven't they, Paul? They've been just so much better. Their final pass, Australia's in Tapai's case there, but a little bit better final pass, and Morwell could be a long way towards winning this match. I mean, the heads of the South Melbourne players are down. That's what gets me. And there's so many experienced players and so many Socceroos or young Socceroos. But there really is something missing. Maybe the reorganisation of the team's taken a little bit away from them, but there's no excuse for losing your one-on-one battles and for the quality of performance that they're putting in so far.
And they recover now with the cross from Muscat. It's disappointing. will have to be an accurate cross to get past the wall of Canosa and Parton in the heart of the Morwell defence. Polak. Back to Muscat. Wade running through the gap. And he put enough pressure on the defence and he forced a corner there, Wade. Canosa with the features that match his style of play. He's a tough customer in the heart of the defence. As the rain starts to come down at Olympic Park again, just when we thought we'd seen the last of it today. Boutsianis bringing Wade into the game. Well, with plenty of players behind the ball. Boutsianis again wide on the left, taking his man on. This is what we expect from Boutsianis. A good ball into Kelic it was, who tried to flick the ball past Matassa. But it really is the first glimpse of some positive play from South Melbourne as Boutsianis whipped around 7. Kelic couldn't force the ball on target. This is what he's so good at, running at the defence and whipping a good cross in. Markovski, Valkanis too good for him in the air on that occasion. He must be a hard man to get past to intercept the pass that's played to him, John Markovski. Though Valkanis did it on that occasion. He's got an outstanding future, Mike Valkanis, current Olyroos player. Got to be a handball from Kelic, but he got the shot in, and he got the decision from the referee as well there. I can only think that the referee was caught on the blind side because it looked a clear handball. The shot in the end went past the post.
Almost 2 handballs.
Petersen wants to get things moving quickly. Uses Mike Valkanis. Boutsianis again on the right-hand side, which is unusual because he was at his best when he finished the half on the left-hand side. A nice play from Muscat. Chance to cross the ball in here now. Pulled it back. Here's Trimboli across. Vrbanjac. Oh, great save, and it's gone in off Awaritefe. Sometimes substitutions pay off and sometimes they don't. But already Frank Arrock has seen dividends from the change he made at half-time, just 6 minutes into the second half. And it was Muscat who forced his way into the box. Trimboli with a clever ball. Vrbanjac with the shot, and credit to Matassa. And credit too to Awaritefe for finishing off. There's Vrbanjac the shot. Great save from Matassa. Tapai, nice ball. Sevin forward in space on the right-hand side. He just couldn't find the ball through to him, Lachlan Armstrong. And Petersen starts again from the back. The makeshift sweeper is very hungry to come forward into the game, and that's the ideal type of player to have in that libero position. Trimboli taking over in the centre of midfield. Kelic laid off to Muscat. Here's Wade now, out to Boutsianis, this time on the left. That's a dangerous shot, and Matassa had to watch it closely. And although it was a cross from Boutsianis, it really needed saving from Vince Matassa there. Very tricky save in the conditions. Sevin. Room down this right-hand side, chased by Vrbanjac. It's only 7, plenty of space, got time to get his cross in. A good ball in too, and there is a terrific
is a great goal, Paul. What a cross. For young players watching, that's how to cross the ball, to curl it away from the keeper. It's easier for the forward to head, and Markovski, who had a fine first half, has put that away well. Look at the quality of this cross. Look at the curve on it.
Markovski too good for Valkanis in the air on that occasion. It's been a great battle between those two in this first half. It's Sevin running at pace. And a great cross, and Markovski with the ideal finish. Trimboli showing. And that's a difficult ball from Ivan Kelic. The side really needs to get back to the simple things. South Melbourne begin again with Kevin Muscat. Awaritefe skipped away from his man. Plenty of cover there from Steve Douglas, though. The second change for Frank Arrock, as predicted by Les Murray. Vrbanjac, the Bosnian player, comes off. And then Goutzioulis comes on. Interesting to see where Goutzioulis slots in, John.
It will, because there's so many possibilities, isn't there? Muscat can play at the back, or Wade could play at the back. I would tend to try to bring Petersen back into midfield.
Good ball in too, very dangerous on the turn. Matassa, it's got him in there, and the goal's been given. And Awaritefe is the man again. And we see a smile on Frank Arrock's face there. He really doesn't care how they go in at this stage. In South Melbourne it's their turn to cause problems with the set piece, because it was a great corner from Boutsianis. Look at the curve on that. It was very scrappy play there, and Awaritefe off his knee, and then the toe poke in. And any number of players were taking swipes at the ball there. Got the long legs of Awaritefe doing the job for South Melbourne at the end. Now South Melbourne come forward, taking Kutu. And Goutzioulis. Still Goutzioulis going forward. He's got a lot of pace, and it was a good challenge from Matassa there. Very clean. And despite the appeals from the South Melbourne supporters in the crowd, there was really no danger there. Change has already been made by Frank Arrock. Petersen pushing in a more forward role now. Hasler taking over at sweeper. Something had to be done. He's made positive steps. And Frank Arrock, John, not the sort of coach to sit back and just wait and see what happens. He's making things happen.
Making things happen. The substitution of Awaritefe has paid off. I believe Petersen going into midfield is a good thing. I felt that in the first half that they had missed him. He's missed his influence there.
Goutzioulis slotting in as a marker at the back. He's picking up John Markovski now, which is a little bit surprising. Now Valkanis coming back to pick up his man. This all happening just out of your screen. It's space for Waddell. Boutsianis coming in, and it's a great ball from Waddell, and 7 away. Again on this one of these runs, though, if he had to match his speed against Goutzioulis, it was an interesting battle, and Goutzioulis won on that occasion. Goutzioulis still settling into the conditions. The rain has abated, at least temporarily. And at this stage, it really is anybody's game.
Well, we've had 2 match of the days with no goals. We've got 4 here, Paul, so third time lucky.
And if the score remains the same, we'll still have penalties at the end of it, so there's no picking it, but that may not be the case, because Bothwell's in for Morwell. just do not know how to lie down. And McLaughlin now up on his feet. He really is looking to maintain the advantage this time, because they've let South Melbourne back into this game twice. And Hasler with the mistake there. Bothwell, great control first touch and well placed past Mautone. It was a great finish.
And fitting that he scored, because he was very impressive in the first half. Bothwell takes his chance.
Now let's cross to Les Murray on the sideline for some comments.
Thank you, Paul. Well, this is a ding-dong game, as we're seeing here. And according to Bobby McLaughlin, the Morwell coach, it's mainly because of the conditions. He says he's absolutely ecstatic about the performance of his players, because they're not taking the back seat from the South Melbourne team. He just instructed them that if South Melbourne score, that he just wants them to go up and score again. He refuses to confess to playing defensively at all, and he's very happy about the way they're playing under these conditions. He's a bit worried about them defending too deep. He wants them to push the defenders to push up a bit more and catch them with the offside trap perhaps, but other than that he's very satisfied.
And why wouldn't he be? And that is good advice too, that the worst thing Morwell can do is sit back and defend what they have, particularly with the Awaritefe on now and in touch. To allow South Melbourne to bring the game to them would be disaster for them.
Tapai brings it down. Oh, that's a high challenge from Hasler. Surely that's a free kick as Tapai rolls in agony. Not given though. And that could be costly, because Boutsianis is free on the left. And it's only a goal kick in the end. And the way the game has gone, you wouldn't put any money on it that there won't be any more goals. Boutsianis with the long throw. Trimboli! Oh, brilliant save from Matassa. The outstanding save of the match from the former young Socceroo. And poor Trimboli just can't believe that. A terrific volley, and Matassa flung out that right arm.
Well, it's been a much better second half for South Melbourne. Very disappointing first half, but I think looking at the whole match, let's take nothing away at all from Morwell. They've fought so well. They've hit back when we thought they were gone. They've had Matassa making some great saves, some very impressive performances. Bothwell in the first half, along with Markovski, and overall Sevin. But a real team performance, which is the way they've come across, isn't it, Paul? Just a real team, a gutsy team effort, a team that has played football as well. It's not over yet, of course, but South Melbourne really needed a much better first half.
Trimboli with a chance to settle it, and it's gone in! Paul Trimboli has equalised! And Morwell just can't believe it.
Almost prophetic there. It's not over yet, but that's the way this match has been. 6 goals we've seen now. Trimboli, who hasn't had a good game by his standards, is able now to level the scores, and it's quite ironic now, isn't it, Paul, that you've got Markovski and Tapai off the field with a possibility, or more than likely possibility, of a penalty shootout.
Well, I think we'll see here, maybe there was a deflection of that one on the way in, but it was certainly well taken from Trimboli there. Went past one, and it just came off the backside of Steve Douglas there, and that's tragic for Morwell. Pick the first one because Parton's put it away. And that's a great shot from our camera behind the goal. Paul Wade. And a great save from Matassa. And Matassa doing everything there. Anticipation and agility. And again we see the Morwell Falcons go ahead. It really has been the story of the evening. And it's John Waddell. Mautone absolutely on his toes here. He must have faced many a John Waddell penalty at training, but no good, and it's a strong penalty by the big midfielder, and that's 2 for the Falcons. No signs of hesitation there, and plenty of confidence, and again Mautone goes the wrong way.
It's blowing our theory to bits about being able to read his former teammates at this stage. But a great save from Matassa with that first shot that was well hit by Paul Wade. Picked the right way.
And Trimboli, who scored the equaliser. A good penalty. Matassa gets the right way again, though, and he wasn't too far away, as I think we'll see in the replay. And South Melbourne still in the game. Armstrong. He's ready. Mautone's ready. And that's a 3rd goal for Morwell. And it really looks as though Morwell have been practicing their penalties, because all 3 have been expertly taken. And none better than that one. It was within a yard of that right-hand post. No goalkeeper in the world can stop that. Matassa just having a word to the referee about, I'm not sure what, perhaps a bit of gamesmanship. Goutzioulis there, he's ready to take short run up. Goutzioulis, good penalty. 3-2, but Morwell still with the advantage. And Goutzioulis with some comments to make after the kick was taken, and Matassa there, I think he felt he could have got that one, though it was a good penalty. Canosa, the big defender. Placing the ball very carefully. Mautone looks like he's standing just slightly to one side, perhaps to gain a psychological advantage, and it certainly worked. And South Melbourne come back. Well, at least they will if they can manage to score their next penalty. Great save, Steve Mautone. Boutsianis, solid penalty. He certainly hit that with some confidence, and he's delighted with the result. Perhaps a fraction early for celebrations, though he's certainly evened things up. It's 3 goals apiece from 4 penalties. And off the post, and Matassa, the frustration, because just a coat of paint, the difference there between a goal and a save. Final score from Sydney, 2-0 to United. Sydney United, that is. And Mautone up against Stergioupoulos, the substitute. Stergioupoulos. Calm penalty again. And most of them going to Mautone's right-hand side. And now, all the pressure really on Kevin Muscat, because he must score this penalty for South Melbourne to stay in this shootout.
Talk about players knowing one another. 2 former young Socceroos, skipper Muscat and goalkeeper Matassa.
All the pressure on Muscat here. Oh, and he handles it very well indeed. So the best 5 from the spot from both sides have had their turns, and now we go into the remaining players. And we'll some nervous players down there in that centre. centre circle, John, because their turn is just around the corner.
Well, you'll hear a lot of theories about penalties. Muscat demonstrating one of them there, that if you hit it in the middle of the goal with the keeper anticipating and diving either way, that you'll always score.
Sonny Sevin, one of the most outstanding players in the Falcons lineup tonight. Oh, very calm and cool, changing the side for Morwell, but keeping them with their nose in front. And this is terrific stuff. And Awaritefe it is, and South Melbourne always with the pressure kick to be taken, because one slip up and they've lost the game. Francis Awaritefe, 2 goals in the second half after coming on as a half-time substitute. Using the left foot. Can Awaritefe keep South Melbourne in the game? He can. Not as clean as some of the previous penalties, but with enough power to beat Matassa on that left-hand side. Where will it end? Gary Upton now, another of the substitutes. Smiling at the referee. And a very short run-up. Mautone. Upton. Upton's the victor. And just in case you've lost track of the score, on penalties, it's 6 goals to 5 to Morwell. In normal 90 minutes, it was 3-3, so there can be no complaints about shortages of goals from today's encounter. Ivan Kelic, the league's leading goal scorer before this week's matches. You would expect a striker to score, and he doesn't, and Matassa is the hero. Again, we see some great anticipation from the young goalkeeper. And here will be one of the heroes tonight, John, Vince Matassa, not just for the penalties as well.
Well, 2 great saves during the match, and good to see Vince in such good touch. I think overall, penalties or not, I think any fair-minded person would see Morwell's effort tonight, particularly over the whole 90 minutes, while South Melbourne had a good second half. That Morwell overall, just for me anyhow, just did perhaps enough to deserve to get any honours that were around tonight.